This is Salvador, the blackest city outside of the continent of Africa. A ton of history here, a ton of knowledge and great stories, and I'm bringing it all to you. This is Salvador. Y'all know me, and you know I like the combination of black folks in the water. Ooh-wee! Look at this. This Lacerda Elevator was the first urban lift ever made in the world. It was inactive for about 60 years, but then they revived it, and it separates the lower city down there where the Mercado Modelo, where we're going to go check out right there, to the upper city, which is behind me, where the Portuguese live. This is considered the upper city where the Portuguese nobles and traffickers lived. The elevator separates the upper city from the lower level where the merchant class and the slaves are held. This is the upper city. So this is where the so-called nobility of the Portuguese stayed. So this is the more residential area. I'm now walking the streets of Pelourinho, which is a very historic community. This is where, in the upper city, as they would come through here, and these cobblestone streets in this neighborhood, and the Afro music, food, culture is on full display. So this behind me is the center of Pelourinho, and the word Pelourinho means whipping post. So this is where they bring the slaves to auction them off and sell them. And some would be beaten if they didn't, fall in line. And this was also a very important area because this is where Michael Jackson did his video. I don't know if you guys can tell how steep this is, but for this to be a central post right here of merchant activity, I mean, it is really hilly, and the way that they did it is fantastic. Now we transition from the upper city to the lower city where the merchant class and the slaves would be held. This is Mercado Modelo. This is where they would bring in the African slaves off the water, handcuff them in the basement. And a lot of times this place would flood due to heavy rains and those African slaves would drown. Now the descendants of those very African slaves are now able to sell goods around their culture, religion, and customs here at this market. Guys, I'm in this market and I'm learning that African slaves were chained in the basement of this market. And it was below sea level, so when it flooded, many of them would drown. And they would chain the African slaves in the basement as they came from the transatlantic slave trade to wait to be sold. And so to be here in this market where African slaves were chained and drowned in the basement of this market to today, these African descendants are selling goods and services in the same building that they were enslaved it's not only independence, that's defiance. And that's a small part of what makes Salvador in this area so special. One of the things I noticed is that if not all of the homeless people, but most of them are black, sleeping outside, struggling to make a living. It's kind of tough to see, but we know what it is because it's too prevalent in different parts of the world. So you know that's a system that's implemented, and systems doing its work, unfortunately. So this guy that was at the elevator was telling me to don't come down here, because this is, he says, peligroso, which in Spanish means it can be dangerous. But I see it's turned a little bit, but I'm not, I'm good. My spidey senses come up, I'll adjust accordingly. But especially you men, you don't have to be afraid when people tell you don't go down certain places because they want to charge you to walk you down. Especially in areas that are predominantly look like us, because we know how each other, we know how we act. We know when we're in danger. So it's gonna be interesting. So I found a cafeteria in the neighborhood a little bit, and it was great. Food was excellent. I was able to eat a little bit of chicken. My stomach's not bubbling. Had some black-eyed peas, some mashed potatoes, some salad. Did good, man. My stomach's all right. And the people were super warm and friendly, very helpful. Nobody in there really spoke English. I don't speak Portuguese, so it worked out very, very well. So that'll wrap up this trip to the historical part of Salvador and Pelourinho. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Do me a favor, like, share, and subscribe if you got value out of this video. And share with one brother that you think would benefit from this content. Going on, y'all? Pulled over to the side and just sharing my thoughts. Where I'm sitting over here off the water right here, and Kitanda Gastro bar. So just one of the outside spots along the water. I just want to share some of my thoughts. My Spanish is really helping, even though I don't know any Portuguese. My Spanish is really helping, guys. So if you do one or the other, it's going to help the other. Probably best to do both. It's about how he's picking up both Portuguese and Spanish. He's a brother that comes down here quite often, 2 or 3 times a year. He's been doing it for the last 5 or 6 years. So, but yeah, so picking up the language. Spanish is helping me, even though my Portuguese is very, very small. The people are very patient, and the weather is absolutely gorgeous right now. It's in the fall here, but the weather is unbelievable. It's like in the mid-80s right now, low humidity, unreal, guys. I have set up a private cooking session, and this is at some black folks' home, and it's a little bit further north. It's a lot further north where I am. If you can see over there, that's the ocean, so I'm really close on the southern tip of Salvador. But I'm going up north to these people's crib to go ahead and hook up this Moqueca. I'm really looking forward to it. So let's go. These are Orishas. These are the natural deities and spirits of the Condomble religion, which is Afro-Brazilian religion directly connected to West Africa.
Of connecting them, but also their ashe. This is a very important word used by Bahians in Salvador.
Ashe?
Ashe, A-X-E.
Oh.
It's one of the elements composing the word Orisha. Orisha.
Okay.
Ori means head. Ashe or Asha means energy, power. Orisha, the energy of your head, the power of your head, is the ability of us, human beings, to use our consciousness. That's the key word, consciousness. When we go through a trance, we share our consciousness with our gods, with our Orishas.
Wilson Bandoa was my translator, and he's an ancient history professor in Brazil. He did a fantastic job. And Miss Antonia is the lead chef here, the lead cook, and she was fantastic. Reminds me of my great-grandmother. Look at this spread. Man, this
Eu comentei o uso dos atabaques de rompilé para a evocação do orixá. Já que falou do assentamento. Some fruits, all the tropical fruits, but the basis for this dish is the lime. The caipirinha is just sugar, lime, rum, and ice. That's all. You smash it, and the result is a very tasty cocktail, Brazilian cocktail known as caipirinha. But then, a lot of women loved different flavors and tastes on their drinks and their cocktail. They commended us, and they asked for us to add tropical tastes to caipirinha. So we use the cashew fruit like this, other tropical fruits such as guava, pineapple, Brazilian plums, and in the end, we have the result is a very tasty cocktail renowned all over the world, such as the caipirinha and the caipi fruit. And once we did it, we go mixing them here. Finally, we have lime slices like this to give the sour taste, to be a contrast with the sugar. Yeah.
And there's the cane sugar. Cane sugar.
Yep. 1, 2.5.
Okay.
Then we use a mortar, a hammer, to smash it. And all the fruits will end up smashed, and the sugar will be added to the fruits, creating a kind of a tropical juice.
Okay.
A very natural and rustic tropical juice.
So she's sharpening a knife right there with that stone. I need one of those in my kitchen in Mexico. So now she's preparing the fish, getting it set in the pan here. So she had the fish in the red bucket out in the sun, and this sun is baking, y'all. It's nice and warm. Like y'all know I like it like that.
This is the black-eyed pea stew.
Wow.
Getting ready.
So that's the black-eyed pea stew, guys. Look how good that looks. Woo. Como se dice, I'm hungry.
Estou com fome.
Estou com fome.
Ó, mãe prontinha.
She's cooking. She's doing the peppers.
É,
That's the fish
pimenta de
being
cheiro.
prepared
Comida doce.
before they go to cook it.
E
Here is the dried coconut that they're going to use right there.
coco que eu vou passar ali
So,
agora.
okay.
Tá vendo?
Isn't she beautiful, guys?
Que foi, Igor? Secret flavor
Okay, that's the
of
dendê.
the moqueca
That represents the African blood, right?
and African
Wilson.
heritage.
Heritage.
This is why the baobab and the dendê are taken as sacred trees on the Yoruban world. With
Oh.
The baobab, it's
Yeah.
the millennial tree, taken as a symbol of the whole African continent for the Pan-Africanism.
Cominho.
Cumin. And then Dendê symbolizes the African heritage and the connections to our ancestors.
Okay.
Então,
So,
um pouquinho de sal, porque eu não sei se
and a little bit of salt
vou pegar
on the
o
top
sal.
to offer the salt taste to the seasonings.
Vou pegar um tempero. Pronto, agora eu vou botar pra cozinhar.
Now we're going to cover with the lid
Okay.
and wait to
Essa
cook.
aí não.
Nessa não.
So she's adding the shrimp to the moqueca.
Ó,
And Wilson said it takes about 5 minutes after that. 5 minutos?
não pode deixar demorar, endurece.
Okay.
Pronto.
Tem água, pô.
Wow.
Tá?
Delicious.
Delícia.
Água é pra fazer a nova. Hoje você me disseram que não queria, eu fiz pra mim.
Pronto.
Pronto.
Delicioso.
Delicioso.
White rice, plantains moqueca, manioc flour, fish and shrimp moqueca, and remember, this is the
Oh, the hot sauce.
hot pepper sauce.
Ah,
Really spicy. Don't put too much.
okay.
Okay, so let's help ourselves.
You guys notice how Wilson blessed his food like I did? He's here in Brazil. I'm in the I'm in Mexico now, but this is a tradition among black people all over the diaspora.
Yeah,
Yeah.
to honor the food we
We
get.
bless our food. That's right. We honor our food. Oh man. Obrigado. Delicioso. Shout out to Wilson Bandoa. Great job on the translation. And Miss Antonia with her beautiful self. Wonderful situation. Wonderful experience. You guys have got to do this.